Hello and welcome to Sports Desk. I'm Shay McDonald.
And I'm Annie Watson. Thanks for joining us. Shay, today is Valentine's Day, and the love was in the air for men's basketball this week.
Yeah, they had a great game, and we could just already start talking about it. After starting off 0-10 in the ACC, men's Miami basketball has now won 2 of their last 3 games after putting together one of their most complete games of the season against Syracuse. Let's head to Watsco to see how the Canes took down the Orange. Here in the Watsco Center, and going to get it started early, it's Matthew Cleveland driving to the basket with a nice little layup. You're going to see a lot of Cleveland here tonight. Catching this pass right here, he pulls up from behind the arc. It's cash for Cleveland from 3, and now Divine Ukachukwu, Euro step layup, finishing above the trees. A phenomenal play by the freshman point guard. And speaking of freshmen, it's Jalil Bethea, hop step midi. What a move, and it goes in for Bethea. Now we take it to the second half. Lynn Kidd, working out of the post, is going to dish it to Cleveland. He's going to drive to the basket. Cleveland going to get blocked, loses it, but he sticks with it, gives it to the Kidd, and he puts it in with a nice little floater of his own. Now Cleveland's going to toss it over here to Bethea from behind the arc, and it's cash. Cleveland, he's now going to get it done on the defensive end as well with a block on the 3-point attempt here, and that's going to lead to a Paul Joe Bay 3 from behind the arc. What a good play right there. Now Cleveland pivoting, spinning off his back foot jumper from Cleveland, 32 points on the night, a new career high. The Canes will not be denied, just like Jalil Bethea will not be denied at the rim. Counted and one for the freshman 5-star, his career high, 21 points, and an 91-84 win for Miami.
Actually has Category 5 ingrained on it. So, live from Mark Light Field for UMTV, I'm Regina Potenza.
Thanks, Regina. Love might be in the air for some people, but for Johnny Mushin, Kane's social media is the only thing he's got on his eyes. Johnny, take it away.
Love is in the air. It's Valentine's Day. What are your plans?
Really sad, but I'm studying for my midterm on Tuesday.
Fair enough. Me and you are going to a singles party.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To play tennis because of him. So yeah, if I could interview one guy, it would be him.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And that's all we have for this week's edition of Athlete of the Week. Back to you guys.
Merci, Dylan. Baseball isn't the only sport taking the field tonight on campus. Manny Nacarado is live from the Wellness Center to break down the first night of one of UM's story traditions. Manny, what can you tell us?
Well, that's right, Shay.
Thanks, guys. Still ahead on Sports Desk, our reporter Jaden Coey gives us a closer glimpse into a former Sports Desk alum in honor of Women in Sports Month. Don't go anywhere. We have the story when we return. From the sidelines to the studio, women are steadily climbing the ranks in the sports industry. Jaden Coey had the chance to hear from one UM alum about what it means to be a woman in sports.
In the West.
The Philadelphia Eagles dominated the Super Bowl this past Sunday, and today they partied about as hard as they played. Let's head over to the city of brotherly love to check out the celebrations. Like I just said, they absolutely dominated the Super Bowl, 40-22, but it looked a lot worse than that. And what a greatly built team by Howie Roseman. You look at that defensive line that was able to get to Pat Mahomes. It was only 4 pretty much the entire game. The receiving core, and let's not forget to talk about Saquon Barkley. What an acquisition. And you got to feel for Giants fans who had to let him go this offseason.
Exactly, and this was a team that was wanting to fire Nick Sirianni in the middle of this season and in the middle of last season as well. There were talks about locker room behaviors not being up to par and being discrepancies between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, and A.J. Brown going through his own struggles as well. And for this team to be as cohesive as it was, again, both on the offensive and defensive line, against even a stronger Kansas City team, Chris Jones on the defensive end, Patrick Mahomes, one of the greatest quarterbacks of our generation and of all time, and the Eagles were able to show up and show out on Sunday.
We even talked about it on Head to Head.
Exactly, we did.
Nick Sirianni. I was talking all about Bill Belichick to be the head coach of this team. I'll be honest, very wrong. Still not a big fan of Sirianni, but he made it work, and this team was great from top to bottom. Vic Fangio putting together that masterful game plan. It was a great showing from an overall greatly built team. Top to bottom. Like the offensive line, the defensive line, the running backs, Zach Bond coming out of nowhere for like $2.
Yeah.
Howie Roseman, this coaching staff, the entirety of it, it was a great team put together.
Exactly, and Ricky Cooper DeJean having a pick 6 on his birthday. Saquon Barkley also celebrating his birthday and topping it off with a Super Bowl win. That is just very impressive from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Absolutely.
That's all the time we have for tonight's episode of Sports Desk. Thank you for joining us.
Be sure to tune in next Friday for another episode, same time, same place.
Have a great night.